Okay, so next up is Alex, or Alexei. Yes, Alex, you start. From IBM, who's going to talk about how they do their documentation, which I think is, it's always good to see some examples of how other people are doing this.
My name is Alex, and I work at IBM as a technical writer. And within the last couple of months, we've been working on a new project for our API documentation, codenamed API Explorer. That's why it's here. And yeah, I'll be talking about OpenAPI, Swagger, OpenAPI, and some other things. And I'm very happy to know that there are already nice talks today about that. So this topic becomes hot. So I think we also have some nice experience that we can share with you, and if you are working on a similar project, this may be helpful, might be for you, and you can learn something from that. As a technical writers, you probably know that it's often useful to start with prerequisites, and in our case, this is the API which we actually need to document. I hope that many of you already heard about Adyen, but if you don't know, Adyen is a payment service provider. We accept payments on different devices, on mobile, on web, on point of sale, and we support more than 250 payment methods all over the world. So this makes our services very effective to different huge companies like Facebook, Uber, Airbnb, LinkedIn, and yeah, to be honest, I think that most of you deal with admin services every day, at least several times a week, but maybe you don't know about us, now you know more. What's also nice about Adyen is that we are growing exponentially, and actually during the last stats that I got, we are processing our transaction volume is more than $100 billion annually. What does it mean for us, for technical writers? Of course, with great power comes great responsibility. And yeah, it's very challenging to work in this environment. We are updating our platform very quickly. Every 3-4 weeks we have a new release. We have different products, more than 10 APIs with different versions. Some of them are compatible with each other, some of them not. We understand that if we make a mistake in our documentation, the impact will be really, really huge, because a lot of merchants, a lot of people in the world actually rely on our documentation. This makes it even more stressful. And of course, we're always thinking about scaling 100 times. What will happen if everything will grow 100 times? How can we make sure that all the processes that we use, or the documentation that we write, will be still capable to actually serve the needs of our merchants. Also, in everything we do, we are trying to look at the perspective of our real users. That's why we have user personas. And that's Dave. Dave is the developer. And yeah, every time we analyze how projects perform, or what kind of new UX and documentation we need to implement, we are trying to test with different user groups. And in case of Dave, we found out that, of course, the most important thing for Dave is to have all the code samples working, and if there is a good API documentation which is up to date, it will make him happy. And one of the most important questions for him, how can I see the possible requests and responses? Also, when we are trying to implement new projects, I think about automation, obviously, because it gives us a lot. It gives technical accuracy if we can generate our documentation from source code. Of course, we can provide more consistent documentation. In this case, we can use templates, we can test. Obviously, I think many of you already know about all the benefits of automating processes in this case. So, keeping all this in mind, we started our project, which is called API Explorer. And to bridge the gap between the APIs that we have and the documentation that we need to produce, of course, we need to have some intermediate format. And as this format, we can use any of the existing standards. Luckily, we have a lot of standards, and you today already heard I think about Swagger, Ramo, and Blueprint from API. And when we looked at them, we decided, okay, why do we need to create our own specification since we already have the standards? And experts from the API industry already thought about many possible solutions, how we actually need to represent different objects that we have in our API. The only thing we needed to do is to actually choose which one we'll be using. And the choice was pretty easy also for us because Swagger OpenAPI seems to be very popular. It's supported by Linux Foundation and by many companies. It exists from 2010, and recently a new version was also released, which is also a good sign because it means that the standard is evolving. APIs are evolving every year. There are a lot of different improvements, and if the standard is evolving, it's also really important. And also, as you probably know, Ramo from Moonsoft and Blueprint from API recently joined the OpenAPI specification initiative, which means that OpenAPI becomes a de facto standard in this industry. And if you start this project now, I would definitely recommend you to stick to OpenAPI. So, yeah, it's confusing sometimes what Swagger is and what OpenAPI is, and very often you can use these terms interchangeably, but yeah, general OpenAPI is a specification, and Swagger is a toolchain for implementing the specification. So using Swagger toolset, you can generate specification from source code, and you can then generate documentation from the specification. Once you decide to create an OpenAPI specification, you need to get something like that. As you probably know, OpenAPI can be represented in two formats, JSON and YAML, and usually it contains just general information about your API and then the list of all the endpoints and all the objects that you use. In our case, the solution was also pretty easy because we are using the API-first approach, which means that our code base already existed. So we are not using the OpenAPI specification to create a new API to actually model and test it and to generate server-side code and client-side code. The only thing we needed to do is just to put all the annotations into our source code and then generate the specification from that. Also, since our code base is pretty specific, at some point we decided that, okay, we can generate the specification by ourselves because it gives us much more flexibility, and we can also tweak the OpenAPI specification a little bit by introducing custom annotations. But generally speaking, you can just use the default Swagger core to generate the specification. Once we got the specification, the next step, of course, is to get the documentation. To be honest, the specification itself is already a very valuable asset, and if you have it described in your API, I would definitely recommend just to share it with your customers, maybe on GitHub or somewhere else, because they can also analyze your API based on that. If they prefer to use Swagger UI or if they prefer to use Postman, they can already start with your specification. But we decided to go further because we have a specification, and we decided that we need to publish it in some human-readable format. And of course, the default option in this case for many companies is to use Swagger UI. Maybe many of you are already familiar with this format. It looks nice, it looks clean, and in general we found that it works pretty well with simple APIs, while in our case our API is much more powerful. We provide different additional parameters with different constraints, and of course we wanted to go further. And also we found that sometimes with default Swagger UI it's just not maybe very effective, and we can improve UX based on how we test and which data we can get from developers. So that's why we also looked at other existing solutions for representing our specification and found that all of them still don't meet our requirements. And what we also wanted, we wanted to improve them based on our experience. Yeah, one of the other problems with Swagger reality, you can see, is the problem with displaying nested objects. Sometimes it just go out of the page, sometimes it's simply difficult to read and understand what's going on here. How can we go beyond? We were thinking about different possible solutions, and of course the main idea that we are trying to have in our new implementation is to keep these two different modes of Dave. One mode is when Dave wants to learn about your API and Dave is reading your reference information to actually get the idea of how it works. And another Dave, of course, it might be the same Dave 5 minutes later when he wants to try out all the code examples. He wants to actually submit requests, get responses, and see how he can integrate it with the API. And this is quite changeable. In general, it would be even impossible to solve if there is only one technical writer sitting in a room and having all these problems and having big dreams. But what's also nice in the place when I'm working, that I'm not alone. We have more technical writers, we have our strategists, UX design, documentation, engineers, developers. So we all work on the same kind of projects. And yeah, all these people were actually working on the new API Explorer. And when you have different people coming from different backgrounds with different expertise, it makes it much easier for you to come up with something really cool. We were thinking about building the specification, solving different infrastructural problems. The interesting part, of course, was actually to test how it works. And we made a lot of prototypes, trying to test with our user groups. Some of the prototypes were made as a real working websites, some of the prototypes I made myself from paper, and you're trying, and sometimes you think that it's a very cool solution when you implement a new design element, but then after testing you can actually get the result that nobody is able to notice this element. So this is really, really important to test your solution before you go and publish it. So, now it's a step for the live demo. We just launched our API Explorer last Friday. And now we need to click this link. Now I'm clicking the link. Let's see it here. Okay. Actually, I don't have my plan B. Yeah,
the link doesn't click?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
You changed it here. Yeah, okay. I will. Okay, I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Thank you. So, I'm proud to present you our API Explorer. As you can see, the design looks clean and I hope it is easy to understand. But believe me, there are a lot of also UX decisions made to create this, and a lot of things are going on under the hood. So you maybe already noticed that the layout is adaptive, and when you work on a small screen, for instance, you can see information in this shape. And when you work on a big screen, you can see everything at once, all 2 days. On the left, you can see in the navigation that there are different products that you can choose in different versions. And what is nice is that everything is loaded from a separate specification. This is not something that you can achieve by default with Swagger UI. Also, we introduced our custom annotations to provide different sort, order, and grouping for all the endpoints. And each endpoint is represented on a separate page, which we also found much more usable rather than you have a very, very long page with the list of all the endpoints. Here you can see the hierarchy of different elements, which we are trying to present in a nice way. And sometimes for our API, you can see 5, 6 nested levels. What's also interesting here that we support different formatting, we support links, and everything is defined in Markdown. For the Dave coding, we have different code examples for each endpoint. Because basically each endpoint in our API can be used in different use cases, and there are also different dependencies, and we're trying to provide all the examples here. Dave can just run the example and get a response from the real test platform, which is also nice. And also Dave can change everything here. So you can just start typing and create a different request. We are working on providing additional functionality for editing. For instance, if you have an enum and you want to change a value here, there is a drop down. And then you can just copy your code and share with your friend. There is much more here, and if you want to look at it later, maybe you can find me, and then we can sit together, and I will show you how it works. So this is the API export that we made for now, and yeah. As a first glimpse of this project, I first wanted to mention my magic number, which is 17, but I know that here the magic number is 7, so I have only 7 first glimpses. Yeah, we've got support for multiple specifications. We can actually generate specifications for every product that we have, and then show all of them and load them dynamically into the portal. We've got groups and sort order for endpoints, which is also important in our case. We've got adaptive layout. We are happy with the way how we show nested projects, which is also important in our case. And we've got multiple examples. And we are working on rich editing capability for Dave, so that he will be able to create all the examples right here, not go into a separate portal, not go into Postman or some other application. And we've got our design, which is consistent with all our documentation portals. We have not a lot during this project, and I want to share some of the tips and tricks. So first of all, if you are working on a project like that, it's not only about UX, design, it's not only about automation. The first and foremost important thing is the content that you produce, because this is documentation. Content is king in this case. And you can easily achieve it if you let your technical writers and developers work on the same content stored in the same place. This means that if you store your content as annotations, for instance, here, right in your source code, and then technical writers don't have access to this, they are not able to change it, then you will get something like this. This is one of the examples that I saw in Prague. I think this is a perfect example of automatically generated documentation, and many of us already saw it many times. So yeah, it's correct. Is it useful? I don't know, but at least something that you can quickly get. But when technical writers can also work on that, they can probably provide something more useful here. We'll talk about the bench and possible use cases. And it's also great when developers see the documentation right in their source code and they're changing the source code. They will be able to spot an error or that something now becomes not correct in the documentation. And they can reach out to technical writers and the documentation will become better in there. In our case, we store all the reference information in source code. Also, I would definitely recommend you to always try to use the latest version of OpenAPI, because in the latest version that they recently introduced, there are many changes. They introduce support for callbacks, relationships between different operations, and cookie parameters. You can learn more about that, but this is definitely something very valuable for the projects like that. And yeah, community is greatly supporting the standard, and maybe they will also support some interparental constraints like Natalie was talking about, and we can all learn from it. Also, just a simple example, if you're working with your API reference produced for Swagger, you can always use Markdown, because Markdown is now supported and it gives your content much more possibility to actually present information, to link this information to other parts of your documentation. If you are able to generate a specification by yourself from source code and then also have some way to present it, whether it's a Swagger UI or whether it's your custom build portal, in this case it's very easy to integrate it into your continuous integration system. In our case it's Jenkins, and it also gives you a lot, because this means that you can build a specification on a daily basis and see all the changes and then also deploy it as a separate build. And another tip for this is that you can use custom annotations in OpenAPI, and if you want some extended functionality, like in our case we wanted to have different groupings for endpoints because we have different flows, you can also easily introduce it if you know how to do this. In what we do at Adyen, we are trying to always be agile and launch fast and iterate, and on every step we want to have something really usable. In our case with API Explorer, we are somewhere on page 2 or 3. Yeah, we are probably a bike, we like bikes here in Amsterdam. And this also means that we have a lot of plans to improve our project. And of course, we really need you. If you can provide us with your feedback, please visit DocsAmsterdam API Explorer, let us know what you think, find me, find somebody else from my team. We really need your feedback. We want to make something cool, and if you are working on a project which is similar to us, let's share our experience, let's share our ideas, maybe we can improve the whole tool set that the technical writing community is currently using. Maybe Swagger UI can do better, so we don't need to bother about creating our own documentation portal for that. Yeah, and if you like projects like that, you can also join our team, because we are looking for one more technical writer. And maybe it's one of you sitting here in this room.